G'day everyone, Jason Haines here once again, QPL Rural, right here in Narendra and Temora, with another look at the week that was in agriculture right across the Riverina. Well, the hot and dry conditions have certainly brought harvest on right the way through the Riverina. We're now seeing headers rolling out as far as Pleasant Hills now. Lockhart's well underway. We are seeing some interesting and quite some positive yields given the season there. Some producers in their best of paddocks now reporting tonnages of just over a tonne to the acre, which is quite encouraging on the barley there. No doubt once we get into the wheat and the like, it mightn't be quite as good, but we'll take some good news when we can get it at the moment. Reports from as far north as Toowoomba, probably not quite as encouraging. Harvest up there on barley being at about 1.2 tonne to the hectare. In water markets this week, well, it is like we're running our own Melbourne Cup at the moment with a race to the top. Murrumbidgee water this week is now trading at $705 per megalitre on the temporary market. If you're below the choke in the Murray system, you are at $610. If you could squeeze it through the choke and get below their choke there now, well, you're lucky enough to be right under $1,000 a megalitre. So we are heading up and up at the moment, and who knows where it'll end, depending on where the season ends up. Now, bore water this week in the Murrumbidgee, that sort of lower Murrumbidgee area is trading between $230, with one good sale reported at $240 a megalitre of Zone 2 water. Interesting enough, on permanent trade, not a great deal of movement there, around $1,900 for general security in the Murrumbidgee system, around sort of $1,550 to $1,600 in the Murray system, that's Zone 10. And if you're trading bore water at the moment, not a great deal of movement there. You're still talking that sort of $4,200, $4,300 for that Zone 3 bore water at the moment. In livestock markets this week, well, another steady week as we go at the moment. Lambs in Wagga were probably trading around or just below that 800 cents per kilo carcass weight. It is a bit above the National Trade Lamb Indicator, which is sitting at 756, but we do have that Victorian influence at the moment with a lot of lambs still going down into that space down there. The Eastern Young Cattle Indicator is sitting at 511 cents per kilo carcass weight, and the mutton job, it's at 540 cents per kilo carcass weight. Now, contract prices on lamb at the moment, they're sitting around that sort of $7.70 to $7.80 at the moment. So certainly get on to Craig or Jared if you want any more information in this space. In rural property this week, well, another good listing this week with a large-scale irrigation property there, well underpinned with water and some permanent plantings there. Certainly a very well-developed and well-established property and ideal for the investor or the operator to come in and make a very profitable property for many years to come. Now, secondly, this week, we'd like to slip back out to West Wyalong there, actually just south of West Wyalong to Homebush. This is a very good, well-priced property here, Homebush. It's just over 1,200 acres there. A negotiable price of $750 an acre, so the vendor's pretty keen to get this one moved. He's pretty well equipped, divided into paddocks, got very good water, very good runoff there, a good two-stand shearing shed, a transportable home, and a good set of silos and machinery sheds as well. Now, as I said, at $750 an acre, you're not going to go far wrong with this block, and it is primed for a good grazing enterprise. In fact, there's probably just shy of 1,000 acres of this country that can have a plough put through it and would be absolutely ideal if you slipped in some permanent pasture or put an oat stand there to clean it up and get it going in the next few years. This livestock job is absolutely going to be around for the next number of years. We're going to need to breed up some stock there over the next few years once this drought does break. And a property like Homebush is going to provide some very reasonable returns in the next few years. And as I said, it's all about investment and return on investment. So at $750 an acre, you'll grow an awful lot of feed on this block and turn off an awful lot of lambs. Equidistant between the Forbes, Griffith and Wagga markets, this is an ideal trading block to trade off between all these markets. Now, thirdly, this week we do also have a piggery listed for sale. The numbers coming out of this block are absolutely incredible, and if you haven't touched on pork before, it's an ideal way of evaluating your crop. And as I said, with the margins are high and production very high as well, so come and see me about doing the numbers on this. It is an absolutely incredible return on investment and a very solid one at that. For those of you out there that are used to feeding lambs or beef, the feed conversion on pigs are absolutely incredible and you won't beat them. In other news this week, we do have a new program running at the moment where we are looking for properties to lease. So if you're considering leasing out your property, please give us a call and we can set up a proper formal inspection process and manage those properties for you. We do have people willing and able to lease country at the moment, and absolutely well worth having a conversation with either Craig or myself about your opportunities going forward. Last of all this week in the world of ag tech, well, resistant weeds or chemical resistant weeds have long been a problem within the cropping industry. Now, there's a new technology out at the moment that we could be microwaving them. So using microwaves, like your microwave oven, to heat up those wet cells and burst them, killing the plant or killing the resistant weeds and sterilising any seeds that's just under the surface there. So interesting new technology that's out there. Could be about 18 months before we see it commercialised, but certainly a very good chemical-free opportunity with no spray drift or anything like that we need to consider. Something that we can spray day or night, or use day or night, should I say, and perhaps a very commercial opportunity to beat that resistant weeds issues that we are having at the moment. So one to look out for. Now, as always, if you'd like any more information on any of our properties or anything else here today, please give me a call at any time on 0488 594 450. We'll do it all again next week. Catch you then. Cheers.